Hello, everybody. So, my name is Danny Soto, and I chose to make my presentation on the movie The Girl with the Pearl Earring. And The Girl with the Pearl Earring is about a maid from the 17th century in Holland, Delft, Holland, and it's based on the painting of the same name. So, yeah, some of the main characters were Johannes Vermeer, the artist, and Pieter, I forgot what he does. He is the merchant patron, and he is the sole supporter of this man. And Gret, which is the maid, she's like one of my favorite characters because it kind of like helps solve the mystery of who she was. So that I thought that was really cool. And Katharina, which is the wife of Johann, who serves as like a foil to Gret because she's wealthy and powerful, but also jealous of her coming into her life. So yeah, and to just get some of Gret's background, Gret was a girl that fell into poverty. She used to be lower middle class, but she her father became blind, and so she had to move to the lower class and therefore had to start working as a maid, which is where the story starts. And in the movie, you can see that she does all kind of odd tasks throughout the house. She helps the master make paints, and she helps scrub the floors. She also helps clean the windows, and she's also seen getting eggs from the pigeons. I believe they're pigeons. I wasn't entirely sure, but anyways. So here are some of the silhouettes that I came up with that I noticed in the movie. So first was the lower class lady of service, which is Gret. She wears a simple, modest dress with chemise visible, and the tunic shortened bodice. The overskirt is a plain color, but it's made of cotton and hemp, which would often be worn with an apron on top during chore time to avoid dirtying it more. And in the movie, she's seen wearing a loin coif. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but uh, which was traditional to wear, but it was more traditional to wear in a different time. Although a certain cap, linen cap, was still worn at that time. And here you see the merchant class old lady, which is played by the sister-in-law, the daughter, the mother-in-law of Johann. And you can see that the coif is a headpiece. It's a style of coif. And the falling band, the linen falling band, was super accurate. And the outer bodice was satin and has also been lined for the cold because it was very cold in Holland. I mean, it still is, but anyways, the next Baroque period silhouette is the upperclassman, but he was a merchant. And this was Pieter, the patron of Johann. And he was paired with a woven cape that was draped over the shoulder, with a simple doublet and a linen shirt barely visible underneath. So the doublet was going out of style in this time. Towards the end of the period, it had completely fallen out. But older gentlemen still wore this because that's what they grew up wearing. So it was good to see that detail in the movie. And so this is what the wife of Johann wears, and she wears a mantua gown, which exemplifies the shoulders, which I chose to wear this, like this, but anyways, which is a huge trend. The hair was often short, with curls, although the movie didn't do that. It just kind of like tucked her hair up a little bit and called it a day. But she did wear a pearl around her ear. I didn't have a pearl earring, but she did wear a pearl around her earring, and she did wear a necklace, which was part of the style. And then we move on to the main Johann himself. He would wear a wool coat, which was very popular at the time. It was just beginning to take hold in fashion for the man to wear. So that was also very popular, and as you can see, the historical picture and the movie rendition is not very different. So, yeah. And do I think it was historically accurate? Yes, I think it was pretty historically accurate for the time. They got a lot of different aspects, like the mantua gown and the virago sleeves that were very popular for women to wear, or upper-class women to wear. The doublet that was also going out of style, I liked how they implemented that. And then they showed that Vermeer, which is the artist, he was a younger man, so he wore the coat, which would have been commonplace. And the older gentleman wore the doublet. So it was really interesting to notice that piece. And the lower class, I looked up what they would wear, and it was very accurate to what they would wear back then. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie, and I recommend it. And this is my adaptation of what they would wear. So yeah, bye.